back to Machu Picchu. Boris was the name of our shaman here, and he was our guide. He had a rich knowledge of the stories of the Incan people, which he shared as I explored the ancient site. I'm Sarah Ann Negus, the Modern Day Shaman. Today I have 20 years experience helping people like you find an altered state of consciousness so you can reach into your divine matrix of energy until you find inner peace and a deeper connection to life. It took 30 minutes in a rickety old bus to travel up the mountain to Machu Picchu. I can only imagine how this place was ever found. The road that had been built now is winding and narrow and steep. And the journey took me up into the cloud rainforest, into high mountains cloaked in rich vegetation. The weather was unpredictable and stormy, then hot, then torrential rain. And I was there in the dry season. Boris guided me around, and soon I realised I'd been there before somehow, even though I hadn't. A past life, definitely, because I remembered the way around, I remembered what the temples were called, and the pyramid at the top made my heart beat faster and faster, especially the sheer drop of 2,000 odd feet of the mountain falling away behind it. A vivid past life memory flashed into my consciousness, so startling that I fainted, leaving my body so that I was viewing myself from up in the clouds above the pyramid. I was watching Boris call my life force back to me. My memory of living there was of being a revered young girl and of leaping to my death from the pyramid. This all fitted into my spiritual journey to where I am now. The way of the shaman is to learn by experience, to understand the connection between the realms, and this was part of my initiation and a soul contract fulfilled. Once I'd come round, drunk some water and eaten some cake, sugar often is a way of grounding the spirit into the body and lowering the vibrations so that it will stay. I was taken into a cave underneath the city, one that only the shaman knew about and tourists did not enter. My recognition of the place was instant. I'd journeyed here in meditation, and now I knew where it was in the world. Somehow, this validated my experiences in trance and made me more confident of what I saw. Suddenly, a huge thunderstorm arrived overhead. Forked lightning and thunderclaps like I'd never heard before, seemingly more intense as we were sitting together in trance, journeying in this cave. I was there to call in my power, and that's what I did, on the energy of the thunder, loudly calling to the universe to bring myself back, the lightning carrying my intention, and I connected strongly that day with one of my personal guides. He was then and still is today nameless, one of the Brotherhood who holds the laws of the universe sacred, and he came to walk beside me as I remembered my purpose. He was tall, flowing gown, flowing hair, long white beard, and bright, bright blue sparkling eyes. As the thunder clapped and I called in my power, the lightning brought him through, and he's still with me today. He holds the greatest good and the spiritual intention for everyone I work with, and he brings me great comfort and joy, and I've seen him with my physical eyes. During that time, he walked beside me as I faced my fears and walked up to the Sun Gate at Machu Picchu. This is the first point of sight of the city and 1,000 feet higher, and can only be accessed by the Incan path leading to it. Now this pathway is about 2 foot wide, made of great granite blocks pushed against the side of the mountain. Much of the pathway has sheer drops down the mountain on one side and steep mountain towering above it on the other. But as I hadn't been able to experience the whole of the Incan trail, there was no way I was missing this bit. A blue butterfly accompanied me the whole way, as did my blue-eyed guide, and a true transformation and letting go of fear of being me occurred. That was 13 years ago, and is the basis of the work I do now. My time in Peru, together with my 12-year shamanic apprenticeship, connected me fully to shamanism, allowing me to bring it into our Western world and marry it with modern psychology and mindset, which transforms this ancient art into a powerful method for personal and spiritual growth in our present day.